Erik ten Hag is baffled by a very big ask that Alejandro Garnacho has gone ahead to make ahead of the end of the season, where Ten Hag believed that would have gone ahead to play a very huge role into the season of United as we're into the final bend of the league. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. Rock and David is my name, and we're talking about Jodan Sancho. Ten Hag has gone ahead to hail him, and obviously he is giving him lots of confidence. And when you look at or analyze the statements that Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to make on Jodan Sancho, it shows you how important this guy is for Erik ten Hag. And lastly, we're going to discuss about Amad Diallo, right? Amad Diallo is really one of those players that was voted the Sunderland player, young player of the season, and he's also up for nomination in the youngest championship player of the season. He has close to 13 goals. I don't know whether there is anyone else who has those scores at his age of 20, is it 21 years of age? So let's wait and see how that happens. Talking about age, today is Anthony Elanga's birthday. You know him very well at Old Trafford, plays for Manchester United, and he really made his breakthrough last season with Ralf Rangnick. That's it. But this time he started this season when Erik ten Hag has given him a go, and he's played some games against Liverpool. He started against Southampton. He started, and I think against Leicester City. But as the season went on, when Anthony came in through, obviously he found himself falling down to the pecking order of Erik ten Hag. But we wish Anthony Elanga a very happy birthday. And I think for him, the best decision for him to make is really be loaned, like you've seen Amad Diallo. Because if at all you are loaned and really tear up what we call either the Premier League, Bundesliga, because I don't want to see Anthony Elanga being loaned in the championship. He deserves to be loaned into the Premier League, Bundesliga, and maybe other leagues that can really see him blossom or explode to his full potential. You can really put up what we call a very good yardstick that the manager Erik ten Hag can really depend or base on to say we are bringing you back or not. Like Amad Diallo, no one doesn't want to see Amad Diallo return to Manchester United. Even Erik ten Hag, I think he talks to the player, and I think they're really having lots of great. So let's wait and see how Anthony Elanga's season ends at Manchester United to really get him a team to play for in the next season on loan. And I think if I told you Anthony Elanga, you'd like to do what Amad Diallo did. You wouldn't even like to do what Amad Diallo did. Take part into the preseason of Manchester United. You are supposed to really go to a team and even take part into the preseason, because that preseason will really give you ample time to really unify with the players that you found at that club. And I think United need to make a very big decision on Anthony Elanga. They might even send him to France. Look at this Arsenal guy known as Florent Balogun. He's been tearing it up, meaning that if Balogun is tearing it up and never got a chance to play at Arsenal, yet Anthony Elanga has been at United and has gone ahead to really be so much pivotal in the final bend of the recently concluded season of 2021-2022, I think it is really enough, or it's really good for us as Manchester United to really loan or look at loaning him that side. Because when you look at how players are really thriving from France or French League One, it's really so much interesting, and you wouldn't even deny taking your player that side. Now, let's start off with Alejandro Garnacho. All right, before we start with Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, who was a doubt of the game of Spurs, has traveled with Manchester United to London to take on a side called Tottenham Hotspur. That's what has been confirmed by the Mirror and the United correspondent for the Manchester Evening News, that is Samuel Lucas. So that is really great, and as I told you yesterday, that there was a very huge boost into there was a very big boost in hope of there was a very big boost in hope of a player known as Bruno Fernandes having really got off the pitch limping in the game of Brighton that we saw ourselves knocking them out at Wembley on Sunday. There was hope given to us by Erik ten Hag, and the players traveled with Manchester United to the to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to play Tottenham Hotspur tonight. Now, let's do Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho, these stories are reported by Gaston Edul, this guy is from Argentina, good journalist, and so much good and accurate about news coming in from Argentina and South America, has told us that Garnacho has directly asked Erik ten Hag to let him go to the World Cup. He feels this World Cup is very important for him. The club will tell him a final decision by Friday. That means by tomorrow. Then, even Garnacho has gone ahead to let Erik ten Hag know that I need to write my story with Argentina national team shirt. I ask you please to let me go to the Under-20 World Cup. So that means that Garnacho has made a very big ask to Erik ten Hag, and ten Hag is really going to contemplate onto whether he lets him go or not. But ten Hag knows it that it's very hard to keep a player whose heart is not at the club of Manchester United. So I think Garnacho right now is 20 years of age, and I think the Messi vibes are running into his mind, because Lionel Messi is one of those players of Argentina that participated in the under-20s. One competition of the underage that I saw him win was the Olympics, with the likes of Kun Agüero, Di Maria's, all those players. They were into that team. I think that was Carlos Tevez included, but the only players I remember winning the World Cup of under-23, Messi, Di Maria, Kun Agüero, they were into that circle together. So that team of Argentina has gone ahead to really elapse, and as their lefts, those that won the World Cup, I think there was Messi, Angel Di Maria, I think only those, but the rest were out. So it shows you how Garnacho wants to follow into the footsteps of Lionel Messi, and he knows that he wants to play for Argentina, and he knows that his performances will throw him directly into the starting 11 of Argentina, and I think he deserves a chance. He deserves a chance to make a very good storm or a very good stamp into the Argentine under-20. And he also knows it that he's going to be the star boy that side. If you are told to name the Argentine players that are really under-20 that I think he will struggle. That's it. But Garnacho playing to that tournament will lift his confidence again. And if I told him Erik ten Hag, I let him go. Why? He has just won the Carabao Cup for Manchester United. If he goes there and wins it again, if he goes there and wins again in the same season, I think his winning mentality will be growing up steadily. As Ten Hag said towards the World Cup, when Garnacho was really put onto the waiting list of Argentina, that it would be very bad it would be a very bad decision to take Garnacho to the World Cup. Now, the World Cup is done. This is the World Cup of under-20. It's in his age bracket. Garnacho has just made 19, and he needs to take part into this. And I think for Erik ten Hag, I let him go. And remember, he's just returning from injury, and I think next week we might see him play for Manchester United, especially the game of Brighton away, because he needs like 2 weeks to get back to the pitch and really start making the bench. He's back on the pitch. He's back on the pitch and needs to, and I think he needs 1 more week to get back into the match squad of Manchester United. Now, I think he's mostly expected to return back on the 4th of May. That is next Thursday, as we play Brighton away. So, before he flies to Argentina to play the Under-20 World Cup, or to join the Under-20 national team that is being coached by Javier Mascherano, Garnacho might play against Brighton, West Ham, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I think the last game he'll play for United will be on the 13th of May. That's it. Then he'll find himself missing out on the following games, because the tournament starts on 20th May and ends on 11th June. That means our season would have already been done and dusted. Remember, Garnacho would have played in the finale on the 3rd of June if at all he was available, but no way, because I don't see Argentina being knocked out even at the quarterfinals or semifinals. I see Argentina playing the final because they're really having young, talented players, and you might find them and Brazil just putting out the best that they deserve. Now, when you look at the games that Garnacho is going to miss out on, the first game will be against Bournemouth, 20th May. That's it. United versus Chelsea, 25th May. Man United versus Fulham, that is the last game of the Premier League, 28th May. And the FA Cup final versus Man City on the 3rd of June. That is it. So he will miss out on like 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll miss out on 4 games only for Manchester United. And I think we are having enough players that can really see us go past these players. Go past these matches. We're not having Garnacho. Though I'm not really saying or underestimating the value of Garnacho to the squad. He's really a very good player that had even turned into a starter into the starting 11 of Manchester United, because Ten Hag just saw it that I can rest Rashford a little bit and then get in Garnacho to really get the job done and dusted for the club of Manchester United. That is Garnacho Alejandro for you. Now, leaving Garnacho there, let's talk about another wide forward for United known as Jodan Sancho, having taken a penalty for Manchester United at Wembley on Sunday, and it was really on target. Ten Hag is gonna hate to really give us what he thinks about Jodan Sancho, of his mentality and his capability and what he has so far done at Manchester United. Remember, in the Euros of 2020, he missed a penalty with Rashford and Bukayo Saka. Then Ten Hag had the following to say about Sancho. He said, we have seen in the season many times very good performances from Jodan Sancho. I think definitely that moment, penalty versus Brighton on Sunday, it will strengthen him even more and give him, as you say, more courage and more belief. He also added that Sancho and Rashford have just gone past that that disappointment they had in the Euro finale that saw them gift the trophy to Italy through penalties. That is what Erik ten Hag really told the media about Jodan Sancho. And for me, concerning Sancho, I've seen people going ahead to select Jodan Sancho, but I'm asking them, have you looked at the stats of Jodan Sancho this season? That's the bad side of people coming out and giving Sancho a go. Now, I think for me, Jodan Sancho and Manchester United this season, I'm really happy with the numbers, putting in mind that he really missed out on what we call 3 months of the season when he was really out in Netherlands undergoing rehabilitation, and he's really getting back. Now, he played 10 games in the UEFA Europa League, scored 1 goal and had 1 assist. You know that assist he gave to Scott McTominay when United was playing Omonia? Yeah, Omonia. Then when United in the Premier League, he was going to have to score 4 goals and 2 assists, in 18 games. In the EFL Cup, 2 games, so he has some 5 goals and 3 assists this season. And I think if at all Sancho can take his tally to 20, if at all Sancho can take his tally to like 15 goal involvements this season, I think that will be great, and I see him scoring very many goals, because as the season has gone into its final bend, Sancho is really becoming a very good and untouchable player down there. Then Amad Diallo is one of those players that has really gone ahead to tear out what we call the championship, and his team might go into the playoff if at all they continue winning. That's it. If they win their next 2 games, they are into the playoffs. And obviously Sancho is one of those. Amad Diallo is one of those that is Amad Diallo is one of those players masterminding what we call the attack of Sunderland with 12 goals and 3 assists. That is 15 goal involvements. And he has said to United fans, support me. I hope to restore their trust next season. As for the players, I speak regularly with Anthony Elanga, Bruno Fernandes, and sometimes Garnacho. I watch all United games when Sunderland are not playing at the same time. I really liked the game against Barcelona. So Amad Diallo is just telling us that he's really coming in through, and he's sending us a message that he's really great and very much privileged to be playing at Manchester United. So guys, your thoughts onto Garnacho's big ask for Erik ten Hag is welcome in the comment section below. Then Sancho hailed, what do you think about it? And then Amad Diallo telling you that he wants to restore the hope you have in him next season at Old Trafford. A sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Rokan David remains my name. Bye bye for now. See you later, my lovelies. I'm out.